Now, I don't really give a fuck about you or how you got here and shit. But just because you brought your bitch ass or they forced your bitch ass over here don't mean shit to me. Better leave whatever they taught you the fuck there. Because if I wasn't mistaken, the motherfucking fire the cop thing was like, we killing your kids and shit. Hey, if they threatening me with pellet guns, shoot me in my kneecap and shit, being fucking retarded, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Simple and plain and shit. We don't have a relationship. We don't kick it. I don't know how the fuck you know me in the first fucking place. Get the fuck out of my business. Don't notice when I'm around. Don't follow me. Don't walk your bitch ass after me. Grown ass man. I don't need your ass to chaperone me for shit. Hey, go figure. Shit happens to kids, you know? And then you grow up. And you get over it. Boom. And just like there ain't no giving a fuck about what happened to me, giving a fuck about what's going on with your stupid ass, alright? That's the wind checks, huh? Number two, that's a breach of the contract with no contract stating a reversal or none of that shit. But the adults like that. They like to act like a child. Hey, a child couldn't act like a child. I don't see how the fuck you grow up and act like a child. Simple and plain. I don't know about no reversals. I wasn't paying for no motherfucking reversals. Wasn't paying for no, I thought these are my streets and blah, 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 blah. I mean, you was a civil servant, you was a worker. Unless these people paying for your fucking ticket and shit, which I doubt they are. Hey, I don't want to waste money for this. If you can't walk out here, can you take your ass and sit in the motherfucking car? And every time I see these cop cars, my knee gets saying, look at it. So I'll describe it. My knee was already hurt. So I got home, I put some icy ice on it. Now my knee got this small ass bulge and shit. And you know, in Ricochet, when he gets shot in the knee, his shit swell up. And my shit is swollen. Motherfucking knee. You swelled the fuck up. Some seems to be going wrong with the camera. This shit right here, that shit is swelled the fuck up. A pellet or something hit me in my knee. And my shit is fucking swelled. It's poofy and shit. Makes people come to me. I talk about some old head. We don't want you on the block, motherfucker. You don't need to be out here and shit. You can go anywhere in the 52 states and shit. Now let's think about logic shit. That's a fun movie. I purchased a movie. It had nothing to do with the storyline. But if your mind's in the gutter, it's gonna be in the gutter. You know how that go. Then it's weird. You always think it's like me. I'm on this shit, and I'm like, yeah, somebody cares. It's like zero, zero. Nobody cares. You know, at that same moment and shit. And whatever I'm on is whatever I'm on. Ain't nobody else on that shit. And since these people got like high school diplomas and actually went through school, socialized, and got some knowledge on there and shit, you know, you don't get it and shit. You ain't stupid. Keratosis block. Go figure. That shit hurts and shit. I have to put some ice shit on it just to keep the swelling from. Like I'm smoking a cigar, so I keep the sender up, and every time I hear them, outside, out far, or wherever the fuck the projectile went in. I mean, it's the whole business and shit. It's not a whole business, but it's the business. I don't give a fuck when you make the movie and shit. You ain't gonna get it while you a kid. You gotta be very fucking special or get your own production out there to get it out there when you a kid. By the time you hit 30 something years old, that motherfucker's gonna come out brand new. All the little interviews you did back when you was a kid is gonna pop out. Hey, they gonna have a different name for you, a different age for you. Simple and plain. You know, I'm stressed. You know how this is. This is duress. This is fucking duress. I was out there minding my business and shit, and it was beautiful. It was empty outside. As soon as I cut down to where I used to stay, the old apartments and shit, when I first jumped on Section 8. Next thing I know, motherfucker, I mean, I will put this on my face, but this icy shit is like menthols, fucking, it burns and shit. So I gotta deal with it. I gotta use that, the chest rub for the cheeks. Cause they get all swollen and shit, the fibromyalgia, you know. And I'm walking down the streets, right? And there was nobody out there. It was beautiful. It was great, right? I wasn't saying nothing, listening to the music. And as soon as I hit this corner, some cat walk outside. And as soon as some cat walk outside, I hit the cross the street. Then here comes some dude rolling down the street with a motherfucking skateboard. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then he starts slowing down. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I get over here. I got turned down the street. I get up close to the store. Here comes two people walking out of nowhere. I cross the street again. Man, and people just sitting there watching, talking shit. I'm not listening to them and shit. I had to do this online purchase and shit. I figured they would have it at the store, but I forgot when I was reading it. It said not sold in store. You don't get this deal in the store. So I walked up there for nothing and shit, right? Like I'm not on probation. I'm not in jail and shit. If I was, it would be the chillaxest rehabilitation center ever in the world. You know, that's just how I am. It's just ridiculous. I mean, don't ask me stupid questions and shit. It's like this happened. It was like, how old was I when it happened? So you can't understand you going through some shit as a youngster. Whoa. I hid your ass away, or they would have kidnapped your ass, and you would have been some 30-some-year-old with a 34-year-old talking about dad. Hey, mom. And sometimes that's life and shit. Go figure. Had to find a place to put people and put them there. As long as they was safe and shit. But don't nobody get that shit. Don't nobody remember that shit and shit. And don't nobody show no homage or nothing. They just use, and use. It's like, hey, this is some nice music. This is our music. This is ours. And it's like, yeah, we just found some music and we're just going to repeat what he's saying and say this is ours. I got to understand the old people because old folks used to rap just like this and shit. And it was like, yeah, this is tight, but it's not gonna work because I'm old now with gray hair. Hold on. You're perfect. You're perfect for it, kid. Hey, now take these lyrics and rewrite it right. Change the name. There you go. Just sitting there. Like, yeah, that's just that. You know, assault and battery just went down, and these people ain't gonna try to make it admissible. Obviously, you should know you is not that. Don't claim that. You can't do that. It's like we're looking for certain things. It's like, look, you're gonna have to multitask. You're gonna have to multitask. You're gonna have to multitask. It's like we looking for people out here tricking, I'm trying to trick at a store. I don't give a fuck about you. It's too risky. What the fuck I wanna worry about some prostitute walking around? I don't give a fuck about no prostitute. I don't give a fuck about no homeless people acting homeless and shit. This shit is kind of fucked up and shit. It's how that stereotypical bullshit goes on. People stereotypically just say, "Oh, this is what we're looking for, and this is this." Well, if they ain't breaking the law, don't bother them. Don't harass them. Don't bother them. Let them come up to you. You got any weed? You a prostitute? You click click. Soliciting. Oh yeah, I got some weed. Hell yeah, we got a prostitution out. Hey yeah, I'm butt naked. Walk up on you, jump on you. You the person I want. Hey, harass you and stalk you until you say yes. Oh, handcuffs. And you violating this Fourth Amendment right and shit. Or her 14th Amendment right. You know what I'm saying? Get to the point. Hey, I'm a pimp. Ugh, you ain't got no choice but to hoe. Put you in jail for hoeing. Ugh. And the female got to get out of jail. Hey, what's up? I'm a pimp. And your boss, supervisor, get your ass on the track. Put you in jail for hoeing. Ugh. One day y'all gonna bust the wrong person too. Hey, what's up? My name's here, and I'm paying your check. And manager, hey, oop, you busted me. What am I doing in jail? Hey, it's been like a couple of months. Where's our paycheck? You busted payroll. You had to make sure you was doing your job. Hey, worst case scenario, if payroll ain't alive and breathing, then you ain't getting paid. Then once they figure that shit out, your ass is gonna be running. Then they go rob you, try to check your pockets. Yeah, that's tax evasion. Look at that shit. He was never a kid. I get that. No, they came out at the same time. Fertility was a motherfucking shit. I guess they used to put it in the food. Almost a safeguard, right? It was like, no, it wasn't no safeguard. And it's even more fucked up and shit. It's like, hey, fertility, everybody come out looking the same, and all of a sudden you got some sickos, and it's like, life changes and shit. It's totally different for people, certain people and shit. All these perverts out there that want something and shit, and they gonna do whatever they can to get it. You got the sick ones like the nurses that like to kill. You got the officers that like to do sick shit. And hey, I got more respect that you ain't gonna like get in my business. And no, you gonna have to get into that person's business, and nobody's gonna ever just gonna continue and continue. And you got people outside yelling and shit. And then it's like, hold on, statistically, just like a reversal or some other statistics on catching a perp, it'd be like, this was your life as a child. Now you're older with kids. They're watching your ass to make sure you ain't gonna become the next one. Because off the test, this happens. This is the actions. This is the tripping. And this grown ass person does the exact same shit. Easy out. Easy out. You know? so grimy is to the point of setting somebody else up. You get people from the East Coast, and the East Coast teach them totally different, right? Like, oh yeah, well, we gonna have to kidnap this person. We got to put them on the track, and then, hey, you went through some shit. Hey, here's a badge. And you're like, you don't ever accept somebody else's badge. That's threatening your life. Then you go ahead and apply for your own situation, and there you go. You know, you have to order your own badge and shit. Like, yeah, this is the new task force. Task force and on task force. Like, we ain't worried about them, what they doing. We worried about what you doing. Hey, can you tell me where it says you have the right to assault people you don't want out on the street? Don't, no, 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 don't misconstrue it. For you passed all the tests to get there. Like, well, this word says this, and this word over here on the end of the paragraph says this. I'm gonna use these two words in court. So I could get past it. It's like, hey, I understand this. You got to start your own practice. Everything was going good and shit. You hired your team, but you forgot the statues. Not if your ass just came from Canada, because hey, you was Canadian or independent in color Gary and shit. Watch and listen to some of the movies. You know, it's like, hey, you get to eat. You don't have to do this. Bam, let's do this. Then, you know, 30 years later, you're a young person, and you're 24, you're 19, you're 16. It just came out 2 weeks ago. There you go. Hey, what happened in the past? It was like before I was even alive and born, people was getting done dirty worse than that shit, right? It would be like, hey, we just filmed this movie. You think you're gonna get paid for it? Oh, I don't like your attitude. I'm gonna hold it until 2009. Then you fall into a rut. You don't get paid. You ain't got no money, and you hoping this movie comes out, right? And this person's a dickhead. Hey, nah, You never see your movie out there. You know? You a hip hop artist or something. You like, hell yeah, that shit go hard. And all of a sudden you go and sign to a contract and they take your music, and in 2010 somebody comes out singing the same song. You can't sue. Why? You signed to the contract and shit, and they have you as some motherfucking boy band. You get to do your little bohemian rap there. And it's weird because when it's time for the interview, hell yeah, everything is perfect, everything is going great. But when the interview is over with, get your ass in this motherfucking car. You ain't got, It's some weird shit. Like, hey, so this is a job, it's a contract. Where is that paper saying, where's my rights at? Shit is just weird and shit. I mean, it just doesn't fit. Hey, you bust this person for this and this, you get paid a check, okay. And when you go ahead and get in there and they notice that you did something wrong and start sexually harassing your ass and shit, and you try to file them charges, oops. They do exactly the same shit with your ass. It's gonna leave a chip on your shoulder. Then they gonna follow your ass home and wait and watch. Hey, what's up, homie? Just wanted to check up on you. See, your kid was perfectly all right. Now your kid got a black eye. Worst case scenario, if they ain't planning on leaving and you fucking up, then you got to worry about that shit. Hopefully you got like a little scrunchie or something. Scrunch. And then on top of that shit, hey, who's the dare officer, huh? What is the manipulation at the school, right? How many people are actually students and how many people are actually undercover? It's just like, there's about everybody in schools are undercover. There's about 4 or 5 students. And once them 4 or 5 students is gone, the school shuts the fuck down. course, you don't inform the people that. They don't get that shit. As soon as them 4 or 5 people are gone, the school shuts the fuck down. Simple and plain. Why? Because all of them got their high school already. You going to school, you doing your thing, you minding your business, and somebody just don't like your ass and got 7 high school diplomas and don't want you to graduate high school or none of that. Right, statistically. Just say statistics on the test. This happens, this causes this. They were mad at me. This happened, but you didn't do this. Because second nature or something inside me was like, not trying to be inside jail and kick it. It was like, you supposed to be a drug dealer or something like that. It was like, I smoke drugs. Like, I'm a drug dealer. Where did you get the drugs from? Those cops right there. Hey. Oh. And probably in some places even worse, right? Where do they try to put in there, hey, yeah, the evidence locker is like, okay, now you got to think about it logically. It's like, so gangs is out there, and let's say there ain't no gangs. Well, let's say there's a whole bunch of undercover cops acting like gangbangers, and they find a couple of people due to the test, and they have your ass go and join the police force, and now you sitting there in the police force thinking it's some thug shit, and you have to get it. Hey, okay, I don't know what you did, but I appreciate you getting me to join. Instead of joining, I'm gonna be just volunteering there and got my detective badge. Now you is my main target. Hey, anything you break any of these just particular laws and rules. Don't give a fuck about the rest. Just these, cause you working with the contract. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait for you to get your recommendations, then walk up on you. Here you go. It was like I was a nerd. I wasn't doing shit. I was minding my business. These people popped up, said, "Hey, homie, you need to join this gang." Then you come to find out years later, the gang is cops. He's trying to raise you to manipulate you to being a thug and shit. So he got some things to do. Then once you get it, it's boring as fuck, right? It was beautiful. It was quiet. Being a nuisance, it sounds like. And then you start hearing some shit and you notice they breaking the law when they go, oh, y'all don't have enough citizens arrested. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you hear me? Yeah, go and give me back my stuff. You ain't gonna make me lose my job. What are you talking about, huh? I ain't shoot nobody. Write that contract correct, huh? Yeah, you gonna get in trouble with it. Oh, get out the car. I just robbed your ticket. He stole the car. My supervisor told me to do it. Oh, you lost your job. You lost everything. He was like, nah, man. Hey, you signed this indemnity. This contract indemnifies me from getting in trouble, but you taking the blame for whatever you do. You know, it was a time when it was all shut down, and I was like, where is everything at? Made a contract. It was a perfect contract. It was great. This is what you're gonna get paid for. This is how it's gonna go down. I noticed there's a whole bunch of grown folks. I had my finger still on the contract, like, hey, this is where I was reading from, and started saying, oh, reversals and all that. It was like, yeah, that's what we want to do. And it was like, what the fuck did I get myself into? They just tricked and passed the test. Hey, we passed the test, got so far. As soon as you sign this, and they're like, oh yeah, well the statute state that we got the right for options and all this. It's like, hey, any of that shit is breaching my contract already unless I approve of it. Why? Because you getting paid. I don't know who was paying you before. It's like I worked hard for it, and then you just broke some more rules. Trying to find this stinky ass icy rug. Well, I would say that would be hypnosis or something. The reason I would say it'd be hypnosis, like I said, I was just listening to my music, and while I was listening to my music, everything was just bumping, and I could hear just a little bit, out the side of the music. So that little bit could have been anything, right? Once they get what song you listening to, they probably had a class. Oh, this is a new class. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I'm listening to my music and 17 dB away, somebody is talking hella loud, saying something, but the words he's saying makes no sense. But when the music is playing of this certain song, it sounds like something else to where your subconscious picks it up. And they, oh, we talking, and then with the beat and that perfect sentence going on, and it sounds like cross the street, and then all of a sudden you was on a straight path and you just crossed the street. Ugh. And when you was going through it, what could you do? Obviously, you could have did something. I mean, shit, you bitching about it. Ugh. And some icy rub on the cheekbones, close to the eyes. Motherfuckers get all poofy and shit. Then when the eyes is all poofy and shit, puffy, put some on your eyes, or the rub on your eyes, and just when you got some free time and just let it chill, let them tears come out. You'll feel you don't put the menthol on it. You put the menthol gel. You don't put menthol gel on your balls. You'll be regretting it. I'm just saying, that's just it. It's tired of it. Just going over there and making purchases and shit. It's just stressing me out, man. And it's like, oh yeah, we lost this. It was like I wasn't paying them. I didn't franchise nothing. They was going out of business. That was other stuff I was looking for, stuff that's already established. But hey, we about to go bankrupt. We don't have it. And it was like, hey, I'll purchase this, or I'll wait until it goes out and then get it. You know. And then it gets to a racist situation, right? Lazy people don't want to do shit. Don't want to spend their own money to do it. Then it was like, ooh, he's black. Ooh, he's a kid. Ooh, we just gonna take this shit from you. I mean, it'd be totally different, and I feel bad if it was like, oh, I just remember these numbers, know how to get to them, clock them in, and then I'll check it, and it's like, boom, right on time. They've been paying it. They up to date. Pay the taxes for it and all that shit. This is my profit. This is mine. You probably wouldn't hear shit from me. I'll probably just slowly, just quietly creep outside, find my car. How did I know the keys was gonna be right here? Just drive off, find the house. Walk in that motherfucker. It smells exactly the same, dookie and pissy. Now that I'm older and I could smell it, clean it up. But if I was smart and needed it, hey, make the gunpowder, make the diamonds, and just hold it just in case, right? Just, send letters to people. I appreciate you. Thank you. Here goes a raise. Whatever the fuck. You know? email where we got your cocaine and all this here. Find places that need it. A quarter of a kilo. I feel comfortable. A quarter of a kilo go a long way in medicine. Just like you don't need all this fucking cocaine in this. You just need a little bit. All this mixture. Less than a tablespoon, less than a teaspoon. God damn it. Yeah. Pill. Less than that. You just need a little bit, right? And fill up the whole goddamn store. Go ahead and get the grind up some salt. Sure it's the right type. Same thing. Sugars, same thing. Alright, it has nothing to do with insurance, right? It can't be some racist shit. Like, hey, I'm sorry. It's not about a cocaine fit. It's like this person got this terrible disease. This person needs cocaine while you don't. So you can do it with the sauce and the sugar. It's not gonna degrade your body and shit. It ain't gonna kill you and none of that shit. This person over here has a terrible inflammational problem, and this coke does the opposite to wherever he's already going through or wherever she's already going through and shit. And she'll be good until she start bragging and clowning about it, right? And then we come to find out, hey, we just gave you a medication. This is what you're supposed to look like, and you don't look like that. Now we're gonna have to give you double this salt to equal up the little bit of coke. Oh, you don't like the salt, it hurts. Well, here goes some sugar. Boom. This is all we could do for you. Because you're not going to take this shit and be actually selling it. You know, give you some real Percocets, and all of a sudden somebody is like, yeah, man, I just want to report. Because once you get the salts, hey, yeah, she sold me some salt Percocets. Say what? Sold them to you? Oh, sorry, can't sell you no more drugs. You got to find another place. You're not supposed to sell these drugs. You're supposed to take them, you know. And that's that. It's like, hey, ibuprofen is down here on this aisle. 250 milligrams is 5,000. There you go. Exact equivalent of one little half pound, little small pill. If you want to, you could grind it up in a grinder and make a milkshake. Perfectly emulsified it and drink it. Hey, just leave that and shit. Wow, let me see what I get is I'm not white. And it was crazy. It was like I had gotten an accident as a child, and hey, kid, we'll give you some endorsements. And I found out how to do the shit and didn't need to go and use them because they wasn't gonna help me out anyway. And then went through all this trauma and this bullshit, and uploaded all my information. Then all of a sudden, it's like kidnapped your ass, took you somewhere else. We took your shit. We putting our names on it, and everything that I set up and had already, and this is what the money was going to. They decided to go ahead and take it and say it's theirs and switch the names and shit, and got missed. Hey, got missed. Hey, what's up? Lawsuit again. Hmm. It was like this particular name right here is in a lawsuit worth millions. And then your ass want to open up the store with that particular same name, and then they get hit up, and you get sued again. It was like, wow, you didn't read the paperwork. It was like, hey, we can win this. Why? Because it's the original name. Boom. Found somebody with the same number. Hey, what's up? Got me a job again. Hey, you didn't know I'm not supposed to be here, huh? Oh, still got that number. Boom. We didn't even do nothing. How can you sue? How can I not sue? It's the same name. The other name would have passed because that's a whole nother couple of 100 million, a couple million just to get the lawsuit cracking. Hey. And pro bono or not, hey, pro bono, hey, I want to get paid for this, huh? Shit is ridiculous on this shit. Hey, chest pat dance. Go ahead, say what you was gonna say. You see how it was different in the past? It was like, hey, I'm a kid, freedom, I survived. We need to survive in the present day. Hey, we here, you can leave. And it's all these older people that was like, we abandoned your ass, but we got to raise them. And now they got some issues with you. And you don't even know them. You got to kick it in solo. You're supposed to be an impartial judge. You ain't gonna have a good judge. Okay. Hey, impartial is like, hey, I care, I understand. Let me make sure these things connect. Okay, perfect. Do y'all want to do this? All right. Let me explain this to you compared to, hey, look at, oops. I don't really give a fuck if any of this matters, huh? You sure? You sure done? Right, then it's time for the investigation, right? I don't trust your ass in the first place, homie. Now I'm gonna have to check out all your cases and shit. It's like, hold on, this person was doing evil. Look at the cameras, boom, minding his business, wasn't doing shit. Okay, where did you guys kick it beforehand to figure this out? Or you, oh, look at I followed your ass and you did the dirt and blamed it on this person. But now this person's been in jail for a long time. You probably had your goons in there manipulating this person to do whatever the fuck. Oh, yep, he got out and look at he's acting just like you when you did the dirt. I was like, you know, control this shit. This is ours. This belongs to us. And it was like, where was y'all from? So we could go there. Nah, we don't want you to go there. Then you got a place to be at. Ah, ain't no way in hell. You ain't gonna use me. It was like, hey, you're black. You could tell us what I am from Nova Scotia. Gonna find out in the church back in the back. You got some things. Look at these pictures, all this good stuff. It's like, look at kid. I don't know what you did because time travel happened. You got in there. It was like, I'm thinking, oh, this is my inheritance. It was like, no, you got the money. It was like, we kidnapped you for the money. Like, well, you can't kidnap me for the money. Like, dude was so hey, I'm not gonna put no money out here with your ass. I'll show you how to make it. That's it. I'll use your resources and make something and find people to do this to get paid. That's it. I can't give you no money. I don't know you. I don't trust you. I'm here. What am I doing here? I was comfortably at home. Now they got me in another country talking about, hey, you want to go home? You better do what we want. Then you get back home and the same people, hey, you, hey, where'd you go? As soon as the people around you leave, they try to snatch your ass up again. You know? Right, if I ever get constipated, I know what to do. Get some enema pills. Oh, eat them. The little red, gray gels. And then people got the myth saying, "Oh yeah, well, this pin mark." I was like, "Yeah, eventually you're gonna get the pin mark, but if you take that exact same pin mark and cut it out and pop some gel in the water and leave it in the water, it would turn into mush, and then the water would turn into the saline, and then you drink it, and you have the same effect. It goes in your stomach, blue, 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 blue. About 5 to 10 minutes later, breaks down off the doo doo. Right, you don't have to stick this shit in your butthole. You don't just take the pill and pump it in your butthole. Bloop, 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 bloop. You drink it. You can drink that shit if you could take the taste. You just need one swallow. Leave it alone. You chilling there. Just like taking one of the enema pills. Oh, oh. That was a lot of drinking. You know? Starting to think, is this blood clot the reason I smell that type of blood? You know? But I never remember meat smelling like that when it got rotten, right? And it's weird, right? It's like I'm walking down the street one day, all these garbage cans is out getting ready to get taken in, and it's like, what is this nasty ass smell, right? It just doesn't smell right. I ain't ever smelled meat go bad and smell like this. Something is different, right? Somebody hired the wrong people, right? You hire some cannibals. Hey, the wrong person walk into the store, say, hey, I got some meat for you. If they got to buy it right, and then they like, hey, the cannibals know exactly what meat it is. Probably experimented, frozen human, all this stuff. Know how to fabricate it. Make a chicken wing, a boneless chicken wing from the thumb. I had a chicken thumb, right? A chicken with a broken finger, cling, and it just cutting at the tip. It's just a broken chicken wing. And you don't see these people ever again, right? And you smell it, it's like, what is this fucking smell? What is it coming from? Who is these new people, right? Hey, at 16, 17, I got to sit alone and it was quiet. Earphones, now that I'm grown, it's getting scary. Got all these people literally coming from Canada. And it's like, it's weird. At 18, 19, it was like, well, no more naturalized citizen for marriage. Because they was like, oh, no, Aaron. And it was like, hey, no more naturalized citizen with marriage and shit. Then at that same time, it never changed. As we get older, you got other people that's figuring, hey, ah, gay marriage. Hey, Canadian dude hires hollers and marries a Canadian man. Does it make you a naturalized citizen? And so on and so on, and be voting and changing rules and laws. I doubt that. You're gonna have to take your ass up there personally, and if the husband know about it, hey, yeah, we gotta go over here and get your ass naturalized. So you could do all that shit you wanted. You know? And now that you're naturalized and you know the whole thing, I'm about to get paid because I'm about to turn your ass in. Get this 20 G's or this whatever it's paying. It's like, hey man, hey, we got to get naturalized now, huh? I got enough now. Huh? Taught you everything naturalized. Get this cups on the go see you in the penitentiary. Hey baby, how you like it? Oh yeah, yeah, man, yeah. You got to pay the 20 G's, right? $50 and get two people to witness it. Hey, marriage, hey. want to see how much money you got. You got to be a big wet and all this other shit. Hold on, let me go ahead and go to church for a couple of years. You gonna do it for free, right? Gotcha. Hey, Pastor, can you come over real quick? You are legal to do it. You know, it's like, hey, don't sign that 84. That's a marriage certificate. What are you talking about? Gray suit, skinny man, taco head, type of Panda Express. Well, we just come from China. One of those two. Pay $40 for classic. Someplace. Came from someplace, man. I don't know. I can't remember. I was young. Had to. Right, because it's weird being a kid and you saying, hey, we got the right to go all these places, and all these people is like, yeah, we gonna wait till you go out there. We gonna go out there and fuck up your life out there. And it's like, here you go. Here, you ain't even married to this female. The fuck is she bitching for? Then it's like, hey, all these rules and regulations you guys got. Hey, we out here living and you trying to change it. What the fuck is you want to change the shit that got you out here living great? Then on top of that, once you get out here living great, they try to fuck you over and be like, hey, I'm illegally out here. I need you to hide me. Yeah, motherfucking ass is like, yeah, refugee status. We don't know anything about this. It was like, yeah, okay. That person probably been a citizen naturalized. It was like, we gonna get rid of the riffraff. There you go. It's like, yeah, I need you to help me out, harbor me. Ugh. I'm illegally here. I done murdered 7 or 8 people, huh? I'm a murderer from where I'm from. We got you. We ain't gonna snitch on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a check for you. Another check. Another check. I want these particular things. I want if they ever come out here. This is my job. This is what I want. Okay. Thank you. That's an invasion of privacy and all this shit. I could swear that whatever's on TV is on TV, but whoever's talking in the background, like I'm sitting there watching the TV, and the commentary is going on the television, but in the background, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna check you up into any deli. As soon as I close the door, there's a female talking behind the dude, as if it's some fucking digital editing, and this female is talking behind this dude's words and shit, and she's giving her own commentary Cause why? So it's like some subliminal shit. You watching it on TV? Yeah, man, this motherfucking show about some married shit. They get married. Oh, that's a beautiful couple, and then some female. Hey, what you punk ass bitch? What you doing? You shit, strip butt naked and walk outside. You dirty hoe. I'm about to strip butt naked and walk outside. Fuck this shit. No, they ain't rich. They broke it in the motherfucking shit. Right. And this is why it's like, they can't be out here talking about I'm black and I'm proud because, they ass is some sucker ass people when it come to white people. Like, don't need ain't leave you nothing, no. Right? Nuh-uh. Hey, you gonna leave me inheritance? I just seen your ass die. You is dead. Damn, I got three. I got